More and more Americans are spending their golden years in assisted living facilities, but are some downright dangerous? CBS News investigates. And they fought for a nation that treated secret. Americans are living longer, and as a result, more of us can expect to spend some of our later years in an assisted living facility. There are now 36,000 of them around the country, 33% more than there were just 8 years ago. They're designed for seniors who don't need constant medical attention, just a little extra help. People who run assisted living facilities say they provide safe, high-quality care. But government regulation is patchy at best, and in some cases, residents are severely neglected. Tonight, Armen Keteyian begins a two-part investigation called Aging in the Shadows.
Dennis Camerata lost his father in a way no child could imagine.
He died a horrific death.
At 83, Mike Camerata was healthy and active, but dementia had turned him almost childlike. So his family placed him in this assisted living facility in Michigan because it would feel more like home.
They encouraged you to wander around. He would go in the refrigerator and drink orange juice out of the jug.
In April 2004, Camerata drank from a jug he found in an unlocked kitchen cabinet. But it wasn't juice. It was a toxic industrial dishwashing detergent containing lye.
The chemical just literally burned his entire mouth and then burned him all the way down.
4 days later, he died. So how could a toxic chemical be stored unlocked in an Alzheimer's wing? One reason, unlike nursing homes, assisted living facilities are not subject to any kind of federal regulation. And a CBS News investigation has found state laws are literally all over the map. We found, for example, in Minnesota, there are no staff requirements whatsoever, while in New Mexico, a caregiver just needs to be over 18 and pass a background check. Only 32 states require first aid and CPR certification, just 24 a nurse on staff. And Alabama is the only state where the medical director must be a physician.
No real policies, no real sanction, no accountability.
And no way, say elder care experts and industry insiders, to track what they say are a growing number of negligence cases. In Pennsylvania, 69-year-old Angelita Torres was an Alzheimer's patient who wandered away from an assisted living facility. She was found drowned in a nearby canal. In Georgia, 70-year-old Ann Weideman should have been moved from assisted living to a nursing home after becoming bedridden. Instead, the facility kept her. She developed massive bed sores and died from the infection.
They knew, and yet they didn't do anything about it. They let her die.
In Michigan, where Mike Camerata died, facilities outnumber inspectors 100 to 1. There is no requirement that staff members for Alzheimer's residents receive any special training. And among the requirements for caregivers, they must be awake and fully dressed.
But who writes this?
Marianne Udow is in charge of assisted living in Michigan.
I mean, who gets away with basically saying awake and fully dressed is enough in some people's mind to provide resident care for...
Those are probably old regulations that...
Well, these are as of March of 2006.
Right, but they probably have been in place for many, many years and have probably not been updated.
Do you think families know right now what the quality or lack of quality of some of the care in these facilities is at the moment?
I think they don't.
After Mike Camerata's senseless death, the state's only response was this letter, asking if a corrective action plan was implemented.
Your father's life boils down to a don't do this again memo.
Pretty sad, isn't it?
Armen Keteyian, CBS News, Ann Arbor, Michigan.
Tomorrow we'll